we are going to play Presentation Karaoke. All right, Vikas is number one. All right, so first of all, lots of laughter, lots of applause, high energy. All right, Vikas has no idea what he's in for. All right, then we go to Andrea. There we go. Then we're going to go to Andrea, and then we're going to go to whoever wants. We're going to go 3, 4, 5 people. All right? So, rules of the game are very, very, very simple. You have 60 seconds, a very random topic, and completely random slides that will change every 10 seconds. Okay? Does that make sense?
All right. So Spinal Tap hired me for doing an agile experience. It was in a ranch, actually, with cows. I don't know what those guys were thinking. But what they wanted to do, actually, was to get milk and send it to the moon to make some ice cream. And when they wanted to do that, what happened was that the guy who was supposed to press the launch button from 10:09, he got lost in email. And they wanted to make sure that that never happened. So how do you keep people happy so that they can actually remember to do their job? And so that was why I was hired by Spinal Tap, this fictional band. So I said, okay, let's do some experiment. Let's actually take people's brain chemicals, because we know what happens in the brain. And then hamsters started getting intimate with frogs.
That will be hard to top. Cannot wait for the next part. Okay, so at this stage you might be full of hopes and fears about the rest of the day. Do you like Danish pastries, maybe? That's not the one that we will have for dinner. Do you have any other hopes and fears for the rest of the conference? That's really interesting. Thanks, Sarika, for providing more statistics about the age group and actually nationalities. I was surprised. We have people from Australia as well. Anyone? Okay, so what's that? That's what we don't have for dinner, because it's very unhealthy. However, before dinner, because it's Indian food, I learned that it's healthy to actually clean your nails, so make sure you go back to your rooms and do that. And what stands out for me from this conference is the lovely people I meet in the breaks, and I hope to meet more of you during dinner. Well, no babies here. However, our kids-like appearance came through in the Lego. Thank you, Rich.
Who's next?
Any brave, courageous folks? Come on, it's not that bad. From the brown table, Stefano's best. Thank you.
Thank you. SDLC, door-to-door sales. Once upon a time, I used to do the same thing of door-to-door sales in team to team, explain them what to do and what not to do. And finally, I quit that doing not just that, but even in the recent past. Why did I do that? Because I'm really not interested in selling, but I'm interested in pulling, rather saying selling. So most of the people do only push. I'm doing not the push anymore. People are now pulling me. The good part is you have a lot of divergent, I am doing a lot of divergent work with a lot of different teams, and whom I didn't really know them, but yet I'm going to know them. In turn, I'm knowing self, because after 20 years of journey, I've been thinking only doing it for others, and I'm not doing it for myself. As it clearly tells, I don't know, what do I talk about it? So I always tell them, what's your focus? So maybe, thank you.
All right, who's next? Okay. All right.
Here I go.
Automated testing. This is not my topic at all. But let me try what I can do best. Oh, it's all about wavelengths and sines and whatnot. And a lot of frequency goes on when there is testing happening. The frequency of people doing testing is high, low, and we have to keep on measuring that periodically. And let's see what goes on next. And people now, when they do testing, they have to be in co-located rooms, and there are people all around the place, with a lot of noise, and they wonder whether they're doing the right testing. And then finally they see that there is a gold mine there. Whether you do it right or wrong, you still get some golds. So, and I'm happy about that. And then they give me a prize, which looks like a ball, and it's handed over to me by an animal. I'm surprised about that. And the chart, the organization chart is like, they say it's holacracy, whatever. Thank you.
All right. Time for two more? One more? I think one more, and then maybe Sarika should have a go. Do we agree? Yes. Excellent. All right, you're up next.
Yeah. Lean startup. Everybody wants to be lean nowadays, right? And particularly, this picture is for representational purposes only. You have to be as lean as this lady is, right, when you are a startup. And you don't have to be necessarily sharks which go out and eat other companies, but you can still live in your own space and still make a lot of money. Ocean worth of money is there in front of you. And then you don't really have to get into government issues if you really want to be a very lean startup. Enough hush about Barack Obama or Trump, or stay away from it. And sometimes to your competitors, you should sting like a jellyfish. If somebody comes and wrongs you, you should become a jellyfish and sting them, but you should also be this fluorescent, nice-looking thing that everybody wants to touch. And sometimes you just have to show complicated pictures of what you do to people so that they can invest in your business model, and then they pay you euros, dollars, and yens and whatnot. And you go on a beach and you use all these, euros, and then thank you.
Awesome. Very good.
Okay. I have empowered you today to take my role as the conference chair of Spark to Change India, and I have no clue what the hell this is. But okay, so in terms of, very slow. I think the speed of empowerment should be really quick. It should be at as quickly as the pace of change that we live in this world of today's fast pace of change. And that's going to pretty much make us extinct very soon, especially with the way of working and the life that we have today. We'll probably be just bones and just skeletons and, I have no idea what to say to that. I actually have no idea, so I'm not going to say anything. Okay. And given that I have empowered people in this conference, you are now ready to take a deep plunge into this whole new Spark the Change world. And to put it in another way, I'm not sure where this is headed. Oh! Thank you. I think we have a volunteer here. Yes. I saw her hand up, so she goes. Okay, that's the last one.
So let me clarify, okay? I finally decided that the stakes are so low. I don't think I need to impress anybody here because I'm not selling my services, I'm not selling my ideas, and it doesn't matter whether you don't know me again from tomorrow. So if I make mistakes, or make a complete fool of myself, I'm so not scared.
Cat people.
Well, I don't know what to talk about cats because my husband is actually known as Cow, but no pants are the best pants was only evident in the previous slide where that little baby had no chaddis. And these look like currents which are going from, I don't know, they look like ocean currents, but on a closer view, they look like maybe cars which are burning, you know, fire on racetracks. And I don't know where they're headed and at what speed. And this looks like one of those networks on the island, which was shown to us by Stefano. But what was the island called? Does anybody recall? Yap. And, or maybe the fake news which is coming out of NBC or from New York. And just after watching the post, one doesn't know. Oh my God, I think after all the bitcoins that this guy seems to have earned money from and enjoying on the beach with the yens and the dollars, he suddenly seems to have collapsed. And it was not about empowerment at all, or cat people.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
Thank you. Do you need to switch computers?
Yeah, can someone the cable?
Thank you, Evan, for a very awesome, refreshing Energizer. Can we give him a round of applause, please?